Well, the U.S. imports a full 70% of its rare earths from China, and a crackdown could devastate the supply chain. Our next guest is the CEO of the only company in America manufacturing industrial magnets that use zero rare earth metals. Their customers span industries from defense and EVs to medical devices and more. Jonathan Roundtree of Niron Magnetics joins us now. Jonathan, great to have you with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the show today.
And you just broke ground on a second manufacturing facility in Minnesota. This is fascinating because this company, which makes iron nitride magnets, so no rare earths. You use commonly found, inexpensive materials. But this has actually been in progress for almost a decade. It's not like you just woke up and discovered the tensions between the U.S. and China and said, let's start making magnets.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, we celebrated our 12th birthday last week, and we were the genesis of a Department of Energy-sponsored research program that the University of Minnesota did more than a decade ago. We've developed the world's most powerful permanent magnet technology, and it is indeed iron nitride. And we make that from iron and nitrogen, two very readily available materials that are fully domestically sourced. And our technology requires no rare earths, no critical minerals.
What are the barriers that it seems like if this was so easy and it's made with inexpensive materials that this should have happened a long time ago? Is there difficulty in scaling this? Is there difficulty in the manufacturing process?
Yeah, great question. So the iron nitride technology, iron nitride exists in multiple phases. And what we like is one specific phase. It's very difficult to produce the material in that phase and then keep it in that phase. And so we developed a process to do that. That's where a lot of our trade secrets are, and also our patent. We have more than 100 patents around this technology. And so the first 7 or 8 years were really figuring out how to scale that technology. And magnets is a cost-competitive industry. And so how do we do that cost-effectively? And so in 2017, we figured that out. That's the route now that we're using to scale our technology. And I'm calling in today from our commercial pilot facility, where we've already taken this technology from the gram to the ton scale. And 2 weeks ago, we broke ground on our first manufacturing plant. That's a 1,500-ton facility that will come online in early to mid-2027.
You feed into a lot of different industries right now, Jonathan. I'm wondering if there are certain industries that are better suited to this kind of magnet. I don't know if some magnets require more magnetism at certain temperatures, or there are some other variables there.
Yeah, great question. So we're engaged across all end market segments. As you know, the modern world runs on permanent magnets. We're engaged across consumer electronics applications. Samsung has invested in us. There it's for audio and appliances. We're engaged across industrial motors, automotive, where we've had GM and Stellantis invest in us, and also into defense and other renewable energy applications. We're probably most focused right now around small and medium-sized motors, as well as audio applications, because those will be the first products that we have that go for first commercial sale early next year. And then we'll ramp here as we bring our first production plant online.
So right now, there are none of these magnets in products that are in use currently. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're qualifying at various stages with multiple customers. You will see first products in market here in Q1 in a pro audio type application.
When was your last fundraising round, Jonathan? And I'm wondering if the administration has contacted you about a strategic stake in any way, and whether or not there are other investors who are now interested in investing in you at a much higher multiple just because of what has gone on in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Our last funding round was several years ago. We are planning to do a Series E fundraising probably later this year or early next year. We have already raised significant funds for Plant 1, and that's why we broke ground. And in fact, this week, the bulldozers are clearing the ground there in Sartell, Minnesota. It's about a 75-minute drive from our current facility. And we're also now in discussions and planning for our second manufacturing plant, which will be a 10,000-ton facility. And so exciting time here as we're building devices with customers with very encouraging feedback. We're progressing down the qualifications and already now thinking about our second manufacturing plant.
Has the administration reached out to you?
Yes, we've had discussions with the administration. We've had a number of government funding. The genesis of Niron was a Department of Energy grant. We received a follow-on grant here to scale our technology back in 2023. We also had secured Department of Defense grants. So we're in discussions with the administration. We're working with them to figure out how can we accelerate, especially Plant 2, to bring that 10,000-ton plant online as soon as possible.